So I've got a big Bosch starter motor in for repair, and I've had loads of these. This is a problem with solenoid. Instead of having a flat contact, they have a trapezium, and it burns out all the time. After a few turns, these go on lorries, daft lorries, and this is made in China. What? Anyway, that solenoid's the Bosch one, but it's got no markings on it. Normally they have like a 033 something on there, but anyway, I'll show you what the problem is eventually. If I test this will be perfect and that will be knackered. So I'll touch this on here and it should spin. I'll touch this on here and it should still make an engagement. Yep. But if I put some power on there and then touch this across here, I'll use a screwdriver, then nothing should happen. Oh, strange, isn't it? Doesn't sound very powerful though. So if I put this on here, then if it sounds powerful, then you know the solenoid's no good. Oh dear, unless that's my battery. Let's get a new battery. Right, got a new battery, let's try again. The solenoid contacts are sticking on, and normally when these break they just don't do anything, you know. Must be burnt out. Oh yes, a lot better than Posy head. That's bloody tight. Oh. This plastic should just knock off. Oh god, that's going up. There we go. And now desolder it. Let's get a soldering iron then, get a decent one. Yeah, we've either got this soldering iron I can use, and I've got this hookah lock. Just waiting for it to warm up. Going to be another few hours. Let's see how we're getting on. So when you've got this hot, you need to get rid of the solder, so just flick it on the floor. Anyway, I'll show you that. No, it's not hot enough yet. Well, that didn't work, did it? Another go. Oh, it's taking ages. I'll tell you what, I think we're going to try the air gun. Rather than mucking about with all this modern crap, let's just go back in time. Right, this is where you want to make a bracket with the 3 holes lined up there, look, sorry, like that. So that fits in snugly. And get the bolts. What have I done with that? Bloody thing, here we are. Get the bolts so it's not going to go in too far and smash into the copper coil inside. So you've just got to feel it. Make sure it's not going to. Make sure there's no resistance there. Oh look, the washer's catching on there, doesn't matter. But do the rest of them. So now you've got the solenoid clamped into the angle line. Just need I'm using a spark plug socket and a bit of an extension. So it sits in there without touching the plunger. That's quite a good fit. So now we need to get something to sit here. 2 bits of wood, I would say. There's enough room to get it off. So everything else, where's that bloody gone to here? So we get this, put that in there, put that onto there, look. So that's pressing on that. Put these 2 here, drop them on the floor. Ow! That's about it, a bit more. Now that's a squeeze of ice, it should hopefully come out. see something going, I'm sure I can. Yeah, that's coming out. Ooh. Just put a few more spacers in because there's not enough room at the back, look, for the cap to come out, so because it's still got a bit further to go. And this is why if you don't unsolder it, sometimes you can break the wires. But we've got away with it this time, look. So we've got to unsolder it now properly because I was crap at unsoldering early on. There you go. Look at that, just melted through my airline, look. Put my gas torch back and it's melted right through it. Bloody hell. What a dibby. I don't know what it is with me and solder, but you know, it's just a right pain in the arse at the minute. Ah, oh, sounds like it might have snapped the wire, I don't know. Anyway, not bothered because I think this is scrap anyway. Oh, oh, oh! Look at that! Ow! Right then. Right, this starter motor is virtually brand new, and that looks crap, doesn't it? For a brand new contact. Oh god, it's burnt out to buggery, look. And what's this like in here, under here? Yeah, there you go, look, that's all melted, look. It's had oil in here as well. I think that might be it then. Well, it's all a bit shit, isn't it? What do you think of this design of solenoid? So you can see how it works. Look, it's supposed to, every time it engages, it's supposed to spin around a little bit and make a new contact. You can see it's been contacting everywhere. So it's not a bad idea, but I just think the angle's a bit too steep. Because look there, you see, on that one, it's burnt right into it. And this one, this side, it's hardly been touched. So whether it's just not lined up properly or... well, I don't know what to do with it then, really. Well, I've never done them nuts before, so you can just turn this round and go in and out, so you can do an angle cut. So I'll give that a go, try and set it up. Now this is the best I can do, really. So I'm going to touch it on the oh god, let's turn it on. So we're just touching the copper now, so I'm going to wind it in and then go in and then pull out. Are we touching? Let's turn it off. Yeah, we're touching. Got to be touching on both. Oh god. Well, okay, we're going to go in at 45 degrees. Going to wind this one in. Wind What I'm doing is I'm winding in the X and the Y axis at 20 thou each turn. So it should go in at 45 degrees. what's happened. Let's take it out. Well, it's not took a lot off that side. Oh, it has took a little bit off. And the other side is... What's going on here? And the other side has been tickled. So it's a bit deeper then, eh? Twenty, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10. Well, I'm making a mess of that. I think we'll just sand it down now, don't you? Well, I mean, this is probably why it goes wrong all the time. I mean, this one looks, it's cut in a bit. This one's hardly at all. So Bosch ain't got the bolts lined up. They should line bore them so it fits in properly with that. That's what I'm thinking now. It's a problem. I'm going to phone Bosch up in the morning and get them to, you know. Anyway, I'm going to file this and just make it a bit better. That's all I can think of, because I'm taking too much off on the lathe. Let's file this step. Your contacts are just flat on flat contacts like that. So they've obviously tried to improve it by putting a, what do you call it, trapezium. But obviously it's got to be lined up these have got to be straight. I've not done a very good job, but I think I'll just put it back together. I think it's just that lip there, it was digging in and sticking in. So I've removed that lip a little bit. Oh, I've got no compressed air. Life's... Ow! Ow! Tennis elbow. It's easy as that then to repair a pipe, look. Great. Well, I've cleaned both the bits up. That spins nicely, look. So I might rebuild it because to see what happens. I was going to just scrap it off because the bloke's gone out of business. He's got no forklift truck anyway, so we'll just try it out anyway, can't we? We'll better take this off, haven't we? You see these? See what happened now? You can't get this in because it's not flared out enough. So you've got to get this here and bang it out. It's better if we were a round hammer really, but I can't find mine. Dodgy, so I've got me round hammer. Ooh. Right, normally you've got an indent there, look. Got to line up with that. I think we're doing alright. There's only one indent, so you can't get confused. Oh, we've got to put the insulation back on the outside of there. It's not really sticking down, but put it on there and give it a cloud. There you go. Sat down. So now we put the clip on and we put it to the indent And the cap should just fit on. Make sure them wires are two lined up. There's two on one side, look. There's two wires there because the big wires are a pulling coil and the small wire goes to earth is the holding coil. So when you first turn it on, this coil is activated. It uses a lot of power, so they want to turn it off once it's done its job. So this comes on, and once contacts comes in, it sort of turns this off and activates. Well, this one's on all the time, to be honest. So it just turns this one off. What's the chance of these wires going in here first time? You might be better off soldering these two together. I think that might be a good idea. You don't want enough solder to hold it together, stop it, so it can go through the hole without getting snagged up, because I can't get it through there. We'll just leave the soldering iron on for a minute. The cap won't go on, but it's only because it's catching on something, so we'll just heat it up and see what happens. Oh, it's wetting nice now. It should drop down once it gets warm, once it gets wet. There you go, I think. Come on. Just a... Yeah, where's my hammer? There you go. We'll give it a resistance check, see if it's working. So we should have a connection across there. That's the pulling coil. Oh, can you see the... I'll tell you what, do that, look. So that's okay, and then this should go down to earth. Should be okay. Yep. Yeah, okay, 1.3 ohms. So now what we do, put it in the vise, squeeze it down, don't go mad. Get your small hammer. See, it's holding in already. Still popping out a little bit, so keep going. Ow! Not moving so much now. Crunch it down. That's not moved at all now. Sorry about the noise of the toilet. I've got a toilet in my workshop which is amazing, especially when you drink Foster's lager at 3.6%. You push that there to make a gap look. You probably have to hold the drive as well. Bit tricky this is. Oh, it is tricky, isn't it? You've got to just catch that on the bottom of the fork so it pushes it back, but the fork disappears. Got it. See what I mean? Make sure you got your spring in there, look. Well, let's see. Ooh, let's see if the sticky solenoid has been solved. Yeah. Oh dear. Not contact. So the contact is broken again, look. Yeah. Not a very good design, is it? Unless I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Your leads are getting red hot. Dead. That's it then. Bosch, not a very good design. Sort it out, please.